How do we respond when the brooks in our lives dries up? Well, in 1 Kings chapter 17, we see modeled for us how we should respond when life's brooks dries up. We are first introduced dramatically to Elijah as he boldly confronts one of the most evil kings in Israel's histories. He is telling the king about a divine drought that will occur in his kingdom. After speaking with the king, God instructs Elijah to go to an area where God takes care of his needs with a brook giving him water and the management of ravens to provide him food. And then that brook dries up. And God once again instructs Elijah to go to a town just south of where he is going to meet with a widow who has a son who is preparing for her last meal. And this widow, through God's protection and providence, will provide not just for her needs, but also for her son's needs and for Elijah's needs through his divine providence. So what should we learn from all this? What happens when the brooks in our lives dries up? What happens when our job is taken away from us due to layoffs? Or we lose our 401k because of a market crash? Or we go to the doctor's office and unexpectedly get a diagnosis? When the brooks dry up in our lives, do we concentrate on what we have created, or do we concentrate on what God has provided for us? And like Elijah and like the woman known only to God, the way to move forward when our brooks dries up in our lives is to rely on the God that provided for us yesterday. He will provide for us today, and he will provide for us tomorrow.